My brother vanished the night after his wife's birthday party. One moment, he was in her kitchen, raising a toast. The next gone. No note, no calls, just silence. The police said he left on his own. Everyone believed them. Everyone except me. His wife Leela cried beautifully. Mascara, running just enough to look genuine. She said, I'd always been jealous of them, that I couldn't stand how happy they were. The way my family looked at me after that, like I'd already failed some unspoken test, burned worse than her lies. I stopped trying to convince them. Then, 3 weeks later, my niece, 8 years old, hair tangled, eyes too quiet for her age, walked into my apartment holding a tablet. She said, Mom told me to delete this, but I didn't. The video was short, 32 seconds. Leela's voice, my brother's face, the sound of something heavy hitting tile, and then nothing. I watched it 10 times that night. Each time, my hands got colder. You couldn't see everything, just fragments. Leela's reflection in the mirror, my brother's body slumping, a wine bottle rolling across the floor. I paused at the sound. A single word caught mid-scream. Stop, his voice. The next morning, I sent the video to a forensic analyst I knew from work. I told him to clean the sound, stabilize the image. He said it would take a few days. Meanwhile, Leela kept calling me, leaving voicemails full of fake concern. I know how much you miss him, she said. We all do. I deleted them all, except one. The one where she slipped, she said. I wish he hadn't pushed me that far. I replayed that sentence until it lost its tone, until it became a string of hollow syllables. My family still defended her. My mother said I needed to stop obsessing. My father said grief makes us see ghosts. But grief wasn't what I felt. It was precision, the quiet kind that plans. I started visiting their house always, when Layla was at work. I told my niece it was to check on her. In truth, it was reconnaissance. Every drawer I opened, every inch of that perfect house felt rehearsed, staged. Fresh paint on the kitchen wall, a new rug covering the floor near the counter. I lifted it. Tiles cracked underneath, bleach stains. Something heavy had fallen there, or someone. I took photos, sent them to my analyst. He didn't respond for 2 days. On the 3rd, he called. I enhanced your clip. You need to see this in person. I drove to his lab that night. He didn't say a word, just played it. Frame by frame. Leela's hand, striking my brother with the wine bottle. He stumbled, fell. She stood over him, breathing hard, whispering something I couldn't make out. Then, the recording cut. I asked if he could retrieve audio. He nodded, uneasy. But you won't like it. When the final version came back, it was worse than I imagined. You could hear her whisper clearly this time. No one will believe your brother. It wasn't just murder. It was calculated. Annihilation planned, rehearsed, disguised, beneath a performance of grief. I didn't cry, didn't shake. I just stared at the screen until her face burned itself into my mind like an afterimage. That night, I drove to her house, parked across the street, watched her through the kitchen window. She laughed on the phone, probably with one of my parents, playing the role she'd perfected. I sent her the video. No words. A minute later, she froze, looked around, walked to the door, phone trembling in her hand. I waited for the call. It came 5 minutes later. Her voice was a whisper. Where did you get that? You should ask your daughter, I said. Silence. Then a sob. Not from guilt, from fear. 2 days later, I met her at a cafe. She came disguised. Sunglasses, scarf, shaking hands. You don't understand, she began. He hit me first. I panicked. I let her talk, lies spilling effortlessly. When she was done, I placed a small envelope on the table. Inside, printed stills of the video and a flash drive, labeled police copy. Her lips parted. You didn't. I did, I said quietly. Detective Morris has it now. They're running DNA from your kitchen tiles. She went pale, eyes darting like a trapped animal's. I loved him, she said, weakly. No, I replied. You loved control. When I stood to leave, she reached for my wrist. Please, for my life. I looked down at her hand. She already knows, I said. She's the one who showed me. Her expression cracked, then shattered like glass underfoot. It's been 3 months. They found his remains buried behind the rental property she inherited. The trial starts soon. My parents still avoid my calls. They can't face what they chose to believe. My niece, lives with me now. She doesn't talk much. Some nights, she wakes screaming. Other nights, she just stares out the window, waiting for someone who'll never come back. I tell her the truth, in pieces, only what she can handle. As for Leela, her lawyer reached out once, offered a deal. I declined. Justice isn't negotiation, it's exposure. Sometimes I watch that 32-second video again, not for pain, for clarity. It reminds me that evil doesn't always roar. Sometimes it smiles, raises a glass, and kisses you goodnight. And sometimes it marries your brother. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.